Welcome back to International Scale Modeler. I'm Lee. Today we're going to do a review of a brand new release from Great Wall Hobby. It is the MiG-29 SMT Fulcrum, as you can see from there. Very nice box art again. This is in 148 flavour and it is their newest release. It's been out a couple of weeks now. It does look to be an absolutely fantastic kit. Now obviously the box art's very nice indeed. On the other parts of the box you've got a 3D rendering of the aircraft itself on there, and then as you go around we've then got a couple of decal schemes and everything there as well, and a bit of photo etch by the looks of it, and that's about it off on the box. And on the rear of the box you have the painting and stenciling guide, which is a new one from Great Wall Hobby. I haven't seen that one before. Let's delve into the box. The box itself, I've got to say, unlike their other incarnations, it's a little bit flimsy, it's a little bit thin. So let's have a look inside. We do have, there we go, let's just pop this over there. Right, we do have a nice solid box on the interior to protect the plastic and everything, so that's nice. But another separate box inside. I'm just going to pop these to the side for the time being. We've then got lots and lots of goodies and sprues and what have you, so we'll get it all out. Okay, let's pop that down there. Right then. So what we're going to do first of all is we'll quickly go through all of this step by step. I'll start as I normally do with the largest sprue, and this will be this one here. What I do like about Great Wall Hobby, they're one of these manufacturers that do like to put everything in individual bags, which is lovely. We do like that. As you can see, it's a nice sprue. Now this is 148, and you've got we've got the tail here, and looks like the underside part of the fuselage, and I've got to say they look really, really nice. Very nice detail indeed. Let's pop you in so you can have a quick look. Okay, so as you can see, lots and lots of lovely lines and rivets and things like that. So plenty there that a washer's going to bring out, but the plastic itself, I have to say, is flash free, obviously, as you would expect from a brand new kit from this manufacturer. Very clean and crisp lines. There doesn't seem to be anything there that's going to look. It doesn't look soft or anything like that, but really crisp, clean detail and things like that. There's a tiny bit of burr on this part here, which looks like the antenna for the front nose cone, but we'll have a look at that a little bit later on. So a very nice start. Let's have a look at another big sprue. These in the box, I won't lose them then. Okay, so there's another large sprue, and this one is the underside of the fuselage, and again very clean and crisp lines throughout. Everywhere you look, there's some really nice lines in there. You've got some lovely detail to pick out here and everything. And again, the moulding very nice indeed. And it's that plastic. It's how you think plastic should be. It's like, it's not soft, it's not rock hard, but you think it's easily malleable, and you know when you're going to get your sander on it, it's going to come up reasonably nice. I like that, very nice indeed. A lot of detail there, a lot of riveting and panel lining, so fantastic. I do, just as an aside, I just wanted to show you that obviously on here you've got this part of the sprue that protects the nose cone, which I thought was a very good idea as well. I don't see that on many kits either. So that's a really nice idea, nice little touch up from GWH. And let's carry on through. Okay, so last of the large sprues, and this we've got lots of finery on here. We've obviously got, let's have a look, that looks like inside the cockpit and wheel wows and everything. Fantastic amount of detail and everything in there. Let's get you in so you can have a quick look, because there is really nice. Come on, focus. There you go. Right, as you can see, amount of detail inside here. This is all internal stuff. And you've got these as well. Fantastic amount of detail to pick out. You've got this cabling here, which is stuff that you don't have to add, but I'm sure you can probably add a lot more as well. And you've got things like here as well, which is obviously the tub sides, I would have thought. You can see lots and lots of detail to pick out. It's not soft moulded either, it's very well moulded. And that's, you can see part of the, see all that detail in there. And it's brazed as well, so very nice indeed. Again, not a hint of flash or burr or anything like that. Just show you the wheels. You can see the weighted wheels as well, which is very nice. I do like that. And they're solid wheels as well, one piece. Now I'm a big fan of one piece wheels, and the tread on them looks really nice. All the wheels are one piece, and I like that. It is a tiny little burr along the join there, which you can, it literally is very soft take down. Oh, we've got the instrument panel there, I forgot to show you that. Okay, and as you can see there, lots of detail to pick out, very nice indeed. I would imagine it has got photo etch with it, so I saw on the edge of the box, so I would imagine that you're going to have a photo etch cover for that. If not for that, then you'll be able to get one, I'm sure, very, very soon from the likes of Eduard. But there's enough detail on that, raised detail, to pick that out, paint it, and make it look very, very nice indeed. So we come on to another sprue here, and they are mirror sprues, so we'll just chuck one aside. You've got the thrusters and what looks like I think that must be the fuel tank, and part of an engine and everything as well. Now look at this, it's fantastic detail. As you can see, you won't be able to see it much now. Let's zoom you in again, and then you can see the level of detail on that. Let's just pop that there. Okay, and as you can see, fantastic amount of detail on those thrusters. Really, really nice. A lot of work there to do, and as you can see, you've got parts of the engine here as well by the looks of it. Fantastic level of detail, really well done. As you can see, more here. Lots of work to do there to make that look good. So that's, I mean, this sprue, these two sprues on their own are going to be, you know, these are going to take you some time to do, these two sprues, that's for sure. So really, really nice, fantastic level of detail from GWH there. So well done, guys, hats off to you. You've then got a little bag of all the pylons and everything by the looks of it. So I'll just open this quickly and take one out, because they look like they're all mirrors. They are indeed. Okay, so let's just pop one of those out. And again, fantastic level of detail on all of these. Really is clean, crisp. You know, this, what I like about these as well, if you get this kit, you'll notice that the sprue gates, the sprue gates have shapes like that, so they naturally follow when you're using your cutters. Just pop these in here. So when you zoom in, so just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so when you cut, they usually go in, and as you can see, they got this slopey part on here, which is really, really nice. So your cutters actually naturally go down towards the cut. So I think that's a very nice touch, and it shows that there is a good level of thinking there from GWH. So well done, guys. We've then got another sprue here, and we've got odds and sods and greebles. I'm not going to get it out because it literally is looks like some landing gear, aerials, all that sort of stuff. So nothing special in there, but again, everything's clean and crisp, flash free, no burr by the looks of it either as well. So very good indeed. We're then going to have a quick look at this one. Now this is obviously all the armament, and I have to say they do look good. Now I am going to open this up, so you have to excuse me, I'm just going to turn off while I do this. Right, so there you go. I just didn't want to take that, just in case it belabored the point, it took a while. You've got these fantastic one-piece armament. I think these are R73s, these ones. I may be wrong. But you can have a look at the level of detail. And again, as you can see on there, fantastic level of detail. Let's put that in there for you. Okay, really, really nice. And the fact that they come in their own sealed box and everything with several different types, very well thought of, very well looked after. You know those rockets are going to be in good shape. and these missiles, sorry, and I've got to say I think they're, yeah, because they're the R-73, they must be R-77s, I think, the double A's, I think so. Anyway, I may be wrong, I'm not 100% up on all of that, but there you go. So lovely, I think that's a lovely little touch, and it just goes to show that, you know, they are thinking of the modeler, and you know what parts are the ones that come out the worst, and obviously with that and the nose cone and everything as well. That's a fantastic little touch from DWH. Well done, guys. You've then got, I would imagine this is going to be the upper fuselage and other odds and sods in this other box here, so let's just pop it all out. Any more for any more? Yep, there's another one there. There we go. Now in here we've got, first of all, let's have a quick look, we've got another sprue here, and it obviously looks like a crew ladder and everything, which is a really nice touch. We've got, I would imagine they're air brakes, I would think. And again, got some good detailing inside, some EPMs in there, but I don't know if they're going to be on show or not. But nice touch to the ladder. It's some bit of aftermarket that you're not going to have to buy. You've then got a couple of odd shaped little sprues in this bag. I'll get one out because it looks like they're mirrors. No, they're not. And again, we've got obviously inside the tub and an instrument panel, and sides of the instrument panels down the sides of the cockpit and everything. Again, excellent level of detail. To be honest with you, there's not a lot photo etch is going to do to that. There really isn't, and they really are in good nick. There's the level of manufacturing from these new companies, that, you know, the quality of the plastic coming out, and a lot of the times you don't need to get the aftermarket, which is going to save you a bit of money. Obviously there'll still be those that propone that you need the aftermarket and everything like that, but I think you could do this without any extra stuff on that. So then you come to the upper fuselage, and again, fantastic level of detail and riveting from start to finish all the way along. It's very clean, clear, crisp, well defined. You know, when you pop your UMP dark dirt wash in there, that's going to really pop. And where ours is such a fine formula, it's going to settle into all that as well. We've also got a different texture here. If you can I'll just zoom you in a bit on that bit. And as you can see, it's just this different texture, and it's a slightly more matte part of the plastic. So that's going to come out nice as well. So nice little touch. So that's a lovely looking fuselage. I mean, that's going to go together quite nice. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not a massive aircraft. You know, you'd think it would be bigger than that in 148, but it's not. But oh, I would say, you see that's damaged a bit there. That's come out of the box. I don't think I've done that. I'll have a look when I review the film, but it might come in the box like that. So maybe something to look out for when you purchase the kit. You then got the canopy, obviously very important part of the aircraft. This has to be right. So we're just going to now, another great little touch here from Great Wall Hobby, I have to say. Very impressed again. Just zoom in. Now, not only did it come in its own plastic bag in a wooden box, but it also comes with this extra little bit of plastic stuck to the canopy to protect it, so you don't get any scratches. Not on the rear part, on the front part there, but just on the main canopy part. And that's a lovely little touch. I don't want to take it off because I don't want to risk scratching it, because obviously it's there for a reason. So, but the glass on the other part, let's just have a look here. There's no lensing whatsoever right at the very edges. If you look right through this part here, as you can see, no lensing there at all. So very well done. Crystal clear as well. Fantastic. Just how we like canopies. There are a couple of manufacturers out there, very well known ones, I think you know who I'm talking to, who have these great tool kits and everything, and then the canopies let them down every single time. I mean, how hard can it be? Every other company can do it, can't they? So why can't those guys, especially with their money and everything? I think that's everything. Oh no, tell a lie. We've got another sheet here with some photo etchings. Let's delve into this little bag as well. I think it's a great look. I've got to say, I do like the Russian aircraft. They do have that mean look about them. So we've got in here, obviously we've got some decals, whatever you want to call them. So lots and lots of lovely stencils. Okay, and then you've got the main deck decals as well. So let's just zoom you in so you can have a quick look at these. All very much in register, and what I like about them, they're a matte finish. Now I prefer matte decals to shiny ones, because I just think you don't really get shiny numbers on it unless it's a brand new plane and it's glossed and everything. So much more in keeping with these. Very nice indeed, as I say, all in register, lovely colours, lovely finish to them. And this looks like the separate markings, and then you've got all your stencils and everything there. So not massive sheets of decals, I have to say. Very, I do like that. I love that a lot. We've then also got a very tiny plastic thing here, and that, I don't know what that's for. It's got something to cut out for. It might be part of an instrument panel or something like that. You can see there's a very thin dotted line in there and everything, so I don't know what that's for, so that'll be interesting to find out. And then we come on to the photo etch itself. Now the photo etch is coated in plastic to stop you from bending it. Gives it that flexible thing, so very nice touch as well. And on here you've got seat belts, odds and sods, outs, exterior, some exterior stuff, very small parts. Not a lot of photo etch there, but a little bit just to make it pop. But it looks like it's all seat belts mainly, and around the cockpit area inside. So very nice little touch as well. I think most kits these days, most modelers expect kits to come with photo etch these days. I have to say, just to add that extra little bit of detail. And there's a baggie in there. I think that might be for the... Right, we'll pop those back in there a little bit. Hold you up too long. Right, okay, so now we get to the instructions. Okay, so the instructions are, they're black and white. It's A4 size, just normal paper. There's a good write-up about the MiG-29 SMT on there, with a special thanks to an Alexander Dradikov and a Yufei Mayo, which I would imagine has helped them out with the process on that and everything. Inside the instructions, on the first page, we have colour callouts, and they're all in Mr. Hobby and Vallejo. So they're Mr. Colour ones, not the Hobby colour, so they're in the, but they do kind of all switch over anyway. It says here you've got 2 painting marking guides. It tells you a bit about the tools and instructions on what to do and everything. And then you delve straight into the instructions. You've got the seat, and as you can see, lots of little bits of PE in here in the seat compartment and everything. Then you've got the cockpit assembly, and it gives you a nice picture of the cockpit. Shame it's in black and white, really. It doesn't really help at all because it's in black and white. But you can see the tub builds up nicely, and you can see the level of detail there in itself. So it's going to be really nice. And it's nice that they've given you a really small blown up version of the cockpit instrument panel and the colours involved and things like that, so it means you can really go to town on that without having to find references and things like that as well. You're then going on to sticking lots of greebles onto the upper fuselage, and the same for the lower as well. We then come on to the tail assembly, and then some more obviously odds and sods and pylons and greebles and stuff like that, and intakes. And then it's ailerons, flaperons and all that lot, and then putting the two halves together, the fuselage halves together. It looks like the tub just slots in very nicely as well, I've got to say. I don't like it when a lot of these companies do overcomplicated tubs, and you know, you've got like a ½ millimetre of plastic to glue it to, and then you could get it all wrong. And then you've got the assembly of the thrusters. Now, as I said, it looks like you've got a dolly for one of them as well, so you can keep one of them out, which is a nice little touch again. Really nice. So you've got this little dolly, so you can have it outside of the aircraft, which is great. What you would like to do, what would be fantastic, is if you had the 2 for the aircraft and a spare one that you could leave out on the dolly. But I think you've got either or. There's only 2 there, so unfortunately you might have to leave one out of the aircraft. But there may be an extra booster part here. I don't know, I haven't really had time to check. But the engine assembly then, obviously, and then it's more greebles, and then you're popping that on the underside, and then all the covers go on that as well. Again, I like that, the fact that you're not having to slot it into a hole at the back. You just put it in, rest it in, and then everything else sits on top of it. So very nice. It's a shame that all that work and all that detail is not going to be seen once it's in. But you know, if you know it's there, then you've done it. And you know, I always like doing those extra bits of detail, just because it draws, takes the modelling journey that little bit longer and gives you a lot more satisfaction that you know that all that's in there. Then you come on there saying put the glass on and everything. The cockpit, you can have it open or closed state. And then you've got the nose and some more greebles and all that lot, which was in that extra pack as well. And then the landing gear assembly, what I do like is they're doing the landing gear last, which is brilliant. You know, all manufacturers should do this. Again, lots and lots of detail as we saw earlier. And then we're just coming on through again, more landing gear. Now this, obviously, if you're doing undercarriage up, wheels up, then it's just giving you the other option as well. And then obviously the air brake assembly and everything, which they were the air brakes that I was looking at before. Now what I will say is, what I did notice on the air brakes, it says you can have them open like this, but there were EPMs on the inside of those air brakes, and I definitely don't think they're meant to be there. So I would imagine that you're going to have a bit of work cut out if you want your air brake open. You're going to have to have a bit of work cut out on the inside of that. But apart from that, it's the only negative I've found so far. And then you've got your auxiliary fuel tank in your weapons assembly. Obviously, yep, the R77s and R73s. And the pylons and everything. The pylons are fantastic. I was really impressed with those. And then you've got a loadout scheme and everything here as well. And colour schemes for your 73s and your fuel tank and all that lot. So weapons assembly, where they would sit on the aircraft and everything. I think with anything like this, always go fully loaded. I always like to see all the weaponry and the armament on an aircraft, just because it means that you know, it looks, the bigger the loadout, the meaner it looks, I think, anyway. And then at the rear, you've got some sprue maps, and what I do like, they're all numbered, which is fantastic. So that's brilliant, so you can take it all off. And then you've got the parts in grey are not used, so you've got like a little bit here, a little bit there. Well, they're in grey, but I mean that must be for another model, yeah, because this is a single seater, so I would imagine there's a two-seater version coming out as well. And then you've got obviously the air brake parts there, not used, this part here not used. So so yeah, so it gives you a nice explanation of everything. So nice set of details, very clear and concise, easy to understand instructions. And then last but not least, you have the colour scheme chart. Now I think, again, this is one of those things that I think all manufacturers should do, is have it on a separate piece of paper, make it really nice, give the actual colours so you get an idea of what the aircraft's going to look like at the end of it. What I like about when it's on a separate sheet like this is you can stick it up above your bench and use it for inspiration as you're building. I always like it, and again, you can stick it above your spay booth when you're taping up and masking and things like that. Just makes everything easier, so well done GWH on that one as well. You've got two here. You've got Red 23 from 14th Leningrad Guards Fighter Air Regiment, honoured with Suvorov Order 3rd Class. From Kalino Airfield in Russia, in the Kursk region, from 2010, and that's this one here. The markings are exactly the same, apart from the numbers, obviously, and a couple of other odds and sods. And this is Red 08 from the same airfield, and this is from 2009, so this would be the slightly later version. I think that it is really just decals that are going to make the difference between those two models. So that's it in total. So another nice one. It tells you how to mix your paints and that. But I think if you want to use paint for any of the Russian aircraft, ACAN, from what Paul says, ACAN nail them. You don't have to mix them. They've got the colours absolutely nailed. So I'll go out and buy the 4 ACAN colours for this, I'm sure. So that'd be great. I've been dying to try them as well. So that is the brand new Great Wall Hobby 1/48 scale MiG-29 SMT Fulcrum 919. And I've got to say, that is a massive thumbs up. It looks like an absolutely fantastic looking kit. Nice level of work in there. I think there's something for everyone in there. For the people who really want to go to town with the extras, yes, you're going to hide the engines and things like that, but you can really go to town with those. So that's a massive thumbs up for me. Good 9 out of 10. And I'd just like to say thanks for the guys at Great Wall Hobby for sending us this box and everything with their kit to review. You know us, if it wasn't any good, I'd say it wasn't any good, but that's a fantastic kit, and I think I've already flashed the price up, and it's not too bad considering some of the prices of other kits out there at the moment. So I would say if you like your Russian aircraft in 148 flavour, then this is a must for your collection without a shadow of a doubt. So that's it from me and from us. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.